Wagwan farms, welcome back to Vibe with Chelsea. So today me I do a Bohemian knotless braid. That's the knotless with the curly thing them on it. And me I add a little buzz in at the front. So if you don't want to see this style, please stay tuned. And if you're new to my channel and you're liking my content so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn your post notification bell on to be notified every time I post a video. And if you're already a part of the farms, please keep the love coming. I really love and appreciate you guys. So let's get straight into the video. Girl, don't look at me. I just want to end my police out. Just want to end my dear. Kiki. Girl. I show them your ear. Girl, why I show them how to pick out head from? I show them say your ear damage and I'm going to fix it.
Check. 1, 2. You know from here to check. What go on, right? Mom go voice upgrade. She said the style she do today buzzy. The name all hard for call, so she have to draw for a voice upgrade, you see me? So let's get into it. Alright guys, so as I mentioned earlier in the intro, what I'll be doing today is the Bohemian knotless, where I'll be using Ghana twist. As you can see, this is the springy water wave version of the Ghana twist, and we're using expression braid to do the knotless section of it. What this style is basically, it's a variation of knotless braid. As you know, knotless box braids can be done in a lot of ways, and people are finding a lot of ways to, make it look different. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to do the Bohemian knotless braid. This variation of it gives it a little curly look when you're finished. Now to get started, of course, once I do any part, I'll be applying the wax to let it stay neat and help to hold the client's hair in. Her hair is natural, by the way, so a lot of people have been requesting that I do more natural hairstyles. So this is me doing another natural hair as you guys requested. So basically what we're doing is just doing a regular knotless, and we're braiding the expression braid until we reach a point where we're gonna add the water wave, like you see that I'm doing right here. You'll just leave one section of the water wave out. You could have the client hold it like I've done, and then you continue to braid the expression here down to the required length or the agreed length. And that's the look that we're going for right there. Now we don't want it to look crowded, because we don't want to overdo the style. So basically what we're doing, we're not going to be adding that water wave here to all of the braids. We're going to be doing basically adding it to every second braid that we do. So this one is on the left, the one that we did first is on the right. The middle here, or the middle braid, will not have any of the water wave. So again, I am doing the knotless braid to a particular point, and then I add the water wave here. I just put it in what I'm already braiding, leave one section out, and then I continue to braid. I'll allow the client to hold it, or just put it over her shoulder like that, and then continue to braid. So that part, that wavy here, is left out. Now as I move to the middle piece, this is just going to be done as a regular knotless all the way through. So I'll be adding the expression braid as I go along. Whenever the hair feels like it's not as thick as we agreed to, I'll add more hair, and then of course I'll add more hair when we're going to the end, so that we reach the agreed length of the client. And this is basically the formula. Parting out another section, the last here on the left had water wave, so this one I won't be adding any water wave to this one. it will just be the regular knotless braid. And to get the knotless started, if you haven't gotten the way how to do it as yet, you start with the clients here, start the braiding, and then you add the expression braid or whichever braid that you're using. So there you are, we are just adding here until we get the required thickness, and then we braid all the way out. For this one, we're not adding any water wave here. Now as I go to the next braid, you would realize that after braiding out to a particular point, I add the water wave here, because that's what we're doing. Every second braid, we're adding the water wave here to give it that wavy look that we're going for. Now, there are times when I actually have someone helping me. What I do is to just braid until I reach close to the end of the hair, and then I have a person helping me to plait out the rest of the braid, because of course, you know, doing it alone, it takes long, and I do have quite a few hair styles to do in each day. So she's afraid of the camera. I'll give you a chance to see her soon though. Machaji, Zumi. Don't know why she hide, because she's not ugly. But we have to, you know, please her. She says she doesn't want to be on the camera. So hopefully one day you'll get to see her, or maybe in the next few seconds. Keep your fingers crossed. Basically, at this point you have gotten the formula. You're starting as a knotless braid. You braid to a point, and then you add that Ghana twist, that springy water wave here. I told you guys you would have gotten a chance to see Zumi. There she was. So each time that I'm braiding, I leave the end, and then she'll just braid all the way out, as neat as I would braid, of course. Here I want to just focus for the persons that have not gotten how to do the knotless braid as yet. Basically, I started with the clients here and do the first braid, and then I'm adding the expression here to that. After I've added about 3 to 4 pieces of hair and I get the required thickness, I then braid all the way out. Now, you guys know that whichever style that I'm doing, I'm always going to be adding a little buzz to it. So yes, this is the Bohemian knotless braid, but the front section that you see that I've parted out, that I'll be doing some cane roll style.
Oh, stop that now. Amo. Stop pull up my phone. Look at my head, look. Stop.
Why this girl don't want me to be great? Why is she showing the people that I'm in my bonnet that they love so much? Anybody don't love the bonnet, go and buy one and you'll start loving it. Trust me. So I'm just wrapping up the section of the hair that will be done in the knotless style, and again I'm adding that water wave here. Client will hold on to it so it doesn't get tangled, and then I braid the rest of the hair, rest of the expression braid to the end. Well, I'm leaving the end for Zumi. Now we're moving on to the twist that I will be putting to it. So basically, I'm doing a few cane row at the front. Her ear is a little bit damaged. It's thinning, so you know have to work a little magic. Again, once I'm braiding, I always try to do it invisible, So I start with a small amount of expression here, and then I'll add here as it becomes necessary, because you don't want it to be obvious that you're having false here. I wonder if that style can come back in, where people used to, that people used to wear false hair and actually hide the fact that they're wearing false hair, because it used to be a thing that it's not something you should be proud of, that you can't wear your own hair. But I guess things has changed, because these days people don't care. They just dash the hair on top of the head. You can see the tracks, you can see everything, and they don't care. But I love to do it where it's not obvious that false hair is there. I mean, you do know that once you see the braid there is false hair, but you can't tell where it was added. You can see the client's natural hair starting the cane row, and then I'll add some hair. Who knows, maybe one day we can go back to those days where makeup is not paste on, because I mean, listen to the name, makeup. It means you should already have beauty and you're making it up. But these days it shouldn't, what we see these days, it shouldn't be called makeup. It should be called made, because they're basically making the whole look. They're not enhancing a look, they're making a look. Anyway, back to the hair. I got carried away just now. Alright, this part of the hair, there's really not much to teach. It's just a matter of watching what I do, because it's just regular cane row. And if it's a case where you cannot cane row, you can look forward to a video that I'll be doing one day, hopefully soon, teaching how to cane row, how to plait, etc. But for now, it's just regular cane row that I'm doing, and I'm just adding a little bit of style to it. So one part of it, I'll be doing some zigzag part. This section that I'm doing the cane row on now, that's not the final look. I just got that out of the way to get to this cane row. And what I'm doing here, I'm doing some zigzag parts, and then I'm plaiting out the little section, those little plait for example, that little plait that you're seeing up there, and these plaits that I'm doing right here is just to get the hair out of the way, like that, with that zigzag part. So what I'll be doing now is adding those hair that I plaited to the cane row that I'm doing now, to basically get the hair out of the way, and you have that zigzag part in the middle, in between the two cane rows that I did. So this is how I got that look, in case you're wondering. That's a style that you can use. You notice the plaits that I did, I left the end of the plaits loose. So it's similar to when you're doing like a fishbone type of plait. You leave the ends loose so that you can add it to the braid that you're doing after the plait. Right here, I don't even remember what I was laughing about, but Kiki is crazy, so more than likely she said something that is just out of this world, and she's laughing even more than me, even though she's the one giving the joke. You know them type of people, eh? Give you a joke and them will laugh more than you. Yeah man, a Kiki that always smiling, lovely smile. She not too like the camera, which I understand. So most of the time, once I'm in front of her, she give me a warm time. So you'd realize that some of the hair or some of the cane row is missing. I wasn't able to show you everything because she doesn't want the camera in front of her, on her face, even though she's dark and beautiful. But I have to work with her, you know what I mean? So as I said, it's just doing some cane rows and just adding some buzz to it. Use your imagination and just do what you can do, or if not, you can watch this video or other videos that I've done when I do natural hair. Once I'm doing natural hair and doing cane row, I'll always find some way to give the hairstyle a different look. So anybody can do the Bohemian knotless braid. but I'm just giving it a different look at the front, as you can see. This tutorial and all my tutorials, I always try to have them beginner friendly, so I try to speak to you as if you do not know how to do hair. Do not feel offended if you already know how to do hair. It's just that I'm making it beginner friendly, so for the persons who do not know how to do hair, they can watch this and learn. If you already do know how to do hair and you're just watching for support, I thank you for that, and please don't feel offended. Now, basically, as I said here, there's not much to teach. It's not like I can say, okay, this is how you should do this and this is how you should do that, because all I'm doing is just doing some cane rows, and I'm just doing different styles. So right now I'm doing what we would call a crisscross. So I'm doing one cane row across the other, and there you can see Zumi in the background plotting out. She didn't realize the camera caught her face, but not seeing much of her, and she hardly have any clothes on, so I can't show anywhere lower than that, because you know what I mean. Now, of course, you know, to finish it off, I'm always gonna do my trimming any loose hair at the end. Be careful not to cut any of the water wave here. Remember, that is not loose hair, that is a part of the style. And I trim as much as I can. Now I'm gonna move to my hot watering. However, you cannot hot water the water wave because all the wave will be washed away. So if the hot water catch that part of the hair, it will get straight. So we take it out of the way, and then now we're just applying the hot water to the ends of the braid, the expression braid. As you can see, it's now straight. Now to get rid of any loose hair at the top, I'm gonna use a towel, but after pulling out the water wave here, I am just cutting off some of the length, and then I'm applying some eco gel to get it wavy again, to get back the curl, because a little heat got on it, so it got a bit straight. And you know, of course, pulling and tugging on it, it got a bit straight, so I used the eco gel to get back that curl. And then now I'm using my hot towel to apply to the top of the hair to get rid of any loose hair, and then I'm also using some mousse. This is because we cannot throw any hot water on the top, because it will catch the water wave here and it will lose the curl. So we're using the mousse. And then now this natural beauty here does not really want any edges. As you can see, she's just natural, so we're just getting rid of any loose hair there, and this is the finished look. So it's the Bohemian knotless braid done on natural hair using expression braid and Ghana twist water wave hair, and this is just awesome.